How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we're back with another banger. So I just want to thank everybody that joined the live stream this past weekend for the Terrence Crawford and Leo Santa Cruz cards and the Tyson Fury card as well. We did a triple header. It was an awesome time, man. So, man. Yeah, with that being said, I want to get into Jamel Charlo versus Jarret Hurd. In a recent article with Boxing News 24, Jarret Hurd actually says Jermell Charlo is getting stopped if he fights me like he did Austin Trout Saturday night. Wow, man. I mean, this is going to be a freaking awesome fight. Let me just first off by saying that, man, we had a great fight this weekend, but let's be honest, man. I personally think that, Jermell Charlo underachieved it, in a way, you know what I mean? I feel like, one judge had it a draw. You know what I mean? For all intents and purposes, one judge had it a draw. Do I think it was a draw? No, I do not. I think Jermell Charlo won the fight, clearly 8-4. But he did not stop Austin Trout. You know what I mean? Jarret Hurd made Austin Trout not continue. He did not continue, and he retired on his stool. With that being said, Jermell Charlo needs to work on a few things, you know what I mean? And, like I said, he did, knock down and hurt Trout. I think Trout was hurt numerous times throughout the fight. But Trout lasted, the whole 12. He went the whole 12 with Jermell Charlo. Is it the end of the day that he went 12? No, it is not. But stylistically, the way I break this fight down, man, if Jarret Hurd can take, Jermell Charlo's, best punch. Jermell Charlo, for all intents and purposes, is going to be in for a long, long night, ladies and gentlemen. Because I personally think that, Jarret Hurd, is one of those types. And Jarret Hurd right now, for all intents and purposes, he has two belts right now. He has the IBF belt and he has the WBA strap, that he got from Laura. I'm not sure how the rematch is going to go down with Laura versus Hurd. I've been hearing that they, supposedly are supposed to be getting a rematch, but then I'm hearing that it's not going to happen as well. I truly want to see Charlo versus Hurd next. I don't want to see any rematches. I don't want to see any in-between fights. I want to see Charlo versus Hurd, the very next fight. I want that fight to go down, man. You know what I mean? And like I said, I think, Jermell Charlo had all of that aggression, and all of that, anger leading up into the fight, man, trying to stop him. And I think he was trying to go for the stoppage, too much, instead of just sitting down in there, and trying to find his rhythm. I feel like he was forcing it all night, and like I said, at the end of the fight, he didn't get the stoppage. You know what I mean? And when I rate, if you gotta put, they got a common opponent. They have Austin Trout as a common opponent. When you break down, what Jarret Hurd did, he just beat Austin Trout every single round to a pulp. You know what I mean? Yeah, there was some close rounds that Austin Trout could have won in that in the Hurd versus Trout fight. You know what I mean? And Hurd, in the Jermell Charlo versus Trout fight, I feel like Trout won some rounds as well. But at the end of the day, he could not continue from the accumulation of punches, and I really truly think that it was one of those type of fights, where it was, it took a lot out of, each fighter in a certain, aspect, you know what I mean? But, with that being said, man, Jermell Charlo versus Austin Trout, 2018, Al Heyman, they're both your fighters. Let's make it happen. This is what the fans want. They don't want any in-between bullshit. They want this fight. You know what I mean? I think this is going to be a fan-friendly fight, man. It'll be for 3 belts. The WBC belt, like I said, the IBF and the WBA belt, man. And there would only be one belt left, and that's Jaime Munguia has that last belt left. But I'm pretty sure after Jarret Hurd watching, the Trout versus Charlo fight, I'm pretty sure now he's sitting on his high horse thinking like, you know what? I stopped the guy that he could not stop. You know what I mean? And like I said, that doesn't say everything about, a fighter and what he can do to another fighter. But that says something. When a fighter can stop somebody and then the other fighter fights the same fighter, he cannot stop that same fighter. But like I said, but yeah, styles make fights, man. So, at the end of the day, I will be going live sometime this week. About this matchup and the Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence matchup and Danny Garcia, Sean Porter. So we got a lot of stuff on tap. I appreciate everybody watching, man, and we're growing, man. If you haven't checked out, go check out the Instagram at Corey Lee's Boxing on Instagram. And thanks a lot for all the support. So this is Corey Lee's Boxing. Peace.